are you? My name is Tanner Downing. I'm a civil rights litigator out of Washington, D.C. And we have some evidence here in ongoing federal litigation. We need to get to any assistant AG or agent of the AG.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
My name is Tia Corwin.
My name is Tanner Downing.
Nice to meet
You want to sit down for a moment, or
Sure.
If you got space, okay. So I'm a civil rights litigator on behalf of litigants. We're about to argue a case in the United States Supreme Court. So
Okay.
when a state enacts its own alternative legislation and substitutes it for the guarantees of the Constitution, that's obviously a problem, right? The state of Montana has done just that. We're trying to avoid any further litigation with the state of Montana, but we need to make the Attorney General aware of the situation, and hopefully he will direct his agents to act in a lawful constitutional manner. He is the top law enforcement officer. So when the state created a law that permits the prosecuting attorneys to charge by way of information, not by indictment, that is unconstitutional. Because the Constitution says, Clause 1, Amendment 5, that no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise dangerous crime unless on presentment or indictment of a grand jury. So what we have here is I have affidavits on behalf of affected litigants here, just a couple of them, Mr. Russell, and then we have a white paper that describes the legal rationale behind the issue. But when a prosecuting attorney brings the incorrect charging instrument and brings it to a judicial officer after choosing that item relying upon an inferior state statute that deprives of the Constitution, then that judge has an obligation to make sure that he doesn't hold someone over for the offense without having the proper documentation in place. When the judge fails to do it because he relied upon the prosecutor's abuse of power, because they relied upon the inferior state statute and so on, then we have now a conspiracy to deprive rights. So all this information is contained within here. The affidavits are clear, very, very simple, straightforward. The top is the certificate of service, and then my contact information is inside.
Okay, so if I hear you correctly,
Yes.
I just want to,
Yeah.
a lot.
I know, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get it all out as quickly as possible.
No, I understand. Let me first tell you who I am.
Okay.
I'm a paralegal for Prosecution
Okay.
Services Bureau, so.
Okay. So you might understand what we're
I
saying.
understand what
Okay.
you're saying, but what I hear you saying is that you are preparing litigation in front of the Supreme Court.
We have active litigation against the state of Washington at the Supreme Court, not the state of Montana.
Okay.
And so if Mr. Knudsen here will review this and agree with it, then he can avoid any further litigation with the state of Montana. We are going to litigate against the state of Washington, and we're going to win against it.
Okay.
But we're hoping that we can resolve some issues by people simply deciding, let's do the right thing from now on.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got this to the right
There is
person.
not active litigation
Okay.
against the state of Montana. This is an
Perfect.
opportunity to be able to correct an issue before we move into litigation, because we don't want to go down that path. Nobody wants to have to go through that. I want people to come to terms with the improper actions and then correct them on their own, because that's going to be much cleaner and easier for the whole country.
Okay, and so you want him to contact you?
If you'd like to contact me, we would be more than happy to come and have a meeting with him or his agent with regard to this issue. Everything's self-explanatory there. It
Sure.
really is. And then I would also like to advise you that Mr. Russell here was charged by information, right? And he moves into sentencing tomorrow. If they proceed any further with action against him, despite being made aware of these actions, that would be a knowledgeable, willful criminal act at that point in time. So I would recommend that you guys contact that judge and at least put a stop or a hold on it until you guys have an opportunity to be able to review this. All of his contact information is there. So thank you so much.
So do you want to see if someone will speak to you about this today? So you're saying that if he gets sentenced in his own jurisdiction for his own crimes, that Attorney General Knudsen is committing a crime?
So this way it works, right? So the laws of criminal conspiracy for public officials, what they state is that any person who, having knowledge of any of the wrongs conspired to be done, and who have the power to prevent or aid in the prevention of commission of same, neglects or refuses to do so, may be joined and dispense the action. We're just simply saying that right now you've been provided notice that something unconstitutional has occurred, and if you continue, if the state continues, then the state could unfortunately be acting in a knowledgeable, willful criminal manner there. And so we would be welcome to have a conversation. We have to go over to the Capitol right now and have a conversation with some lawmakers there. But if the Attorney General would like, my contact information is right there. You guys are welcome to contact me. I'll be in town for a couple more hours, okay?
Okay,
Thank you so much.
much.
God bless. Thank you. Thank you. What was your name? I'm sorry?
Tia Corwin.
Okay. Thank you so much. God bless. Service been provided on the Attorney General, General Knudsen, his agent, with the crimes of deprivation rights under code law, conspiracy to deprive rights, kidnapping, and other crimes ascertainable by the evidence on the record. Let's get out of this building because I don't feel real comfortable.